The reason you clicked on this video is because you're sick and tired of just getting that 200 views, 300 views, or even 1,000, 2,000 views, and you're sick and tired, and you're asking for help from somebody how to go viral, how to create viral content, how to convert those views into clients. In this video, I'm going to exactly show you the whole blueprint that you need to use in order to get viral content, just like my clients got 300,000 views, 10,000 views, 44.5k views, 1 million views, 500 views. I can go on and show you exactly all my client results. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to go viral, how to create the exact framework, how to create the psychological factor in people's mind in order for them to watch your content consistently. That's what we want. We want people to come back to your video every single time. And this is the formula I will share with you today. I'll have the complete framework with you guys. I'll show you exactly everything, what you need to do, how to do it, and how you can increase the conversion of your content every time people click on this video. My name is Mohammed, and I've been running a content agency for 3 years now, and I've been in the content space for a while. Since I was the age of 17, I was been doing content. I was doing every single thing that could be possible go viral and create, my clients the best results they can ever get. For example, look at Jacob, one of my best clients, 300,000 views, 44.k views, 10.6k views, and you can just go to his profile and see the results. This brick and mortar business, fencing company, how much we generated them? 2.8 million views, 36.k views, 104k views. This is not luck, guys. This is exactly proven system. I use the exact system I'm going to share with you guys today that generated this outcome. Every single thing that I'm going to share with you today is going to help you propel you in the next level possible in terms of getting content. Right here, almost 2 million views generated, 760k, 500k views, 378k views. You can literally go to his profile, Dennis CW, you can check him out. And my clients giving the best testimonial ever that I can leverage to get more clients. Right, you can see here, thank you for letting me know you got the best service. Of course I got the best service, because I make people go viral. I help businesses go viral, get more leads, and get more businesses. So, let's get to the nitty-gritty. What's the formula right here? The virality formula. You need to focus on these three things. Whenever you're creating content, you need to focus on targeting frustration, confusion, and emotion. I'll go exactly what this means and how you can implement into your own system. So, virality means what? Frustration. First of all, you need to have these three components. If you don't have these three components, there's no way you're going to create viral videos. Every video that you watch from now on, if you're scrolling on, Instagram, whatever, I want you to focus on these three things. Every single person that you look up to have these three components, that mechanism that they use in order to get your attention. First of all, frustration. This is the first trigger, second trigger, and third trigger. The first trigger is unhappy in the current situation or current state. People watch videos, right? Let me show you guys. People watch videos because they have some problem, and you have that ability to solve that problem. You can eventually make them watch your entire video. Everything starts from here. If you manage them to hook them in the first 3 seconds, you can able to make them watch the entire video, right? Let's go back to this formula. Frustration. The reason they watch the video is because they're frustrated in the current situation. It could be anything, right? The relationship, the breakups, they're not getting enough clients, they're frustrated of staying broke, the business is not going well, right? Those are the things you need to target in the first 3 seconds. Frustration. These three things need to have in your videos. If you don't have them, don't even talk about going viral, right? Second thing, confusion, right? They are confused. They want some solution. They want somebody to guide them, hold their hands, and show them exactly how to do X, Y, Z. If you're going through breakup, or if your business is not generating enough money, and you create content around this, every person has these three factors, these three triggers. Either they're frustrated, either they're confused, or they're emotionally unstable, right? And if you fulfill these three desires, these three triggers, your video will hit, right? Let's go to confusion. They're confused on what to do next. Although they have a solution, they might know what to do. They might have an idea of what to do exactly, but they're confused whether this is the right action or not. And when your video pops up, and if you convince them that this is the right step and this is how you do it, they're going to watch your videos. They're going to stop, and then they're going to just watch the entire video, right? I'll show you exactly later on in the next videos I'm going to be uploading how we got the best retention rate in our videos for our clients, right? The third trigger is emotion. If the problem is emotional, for example, as I said, fitness, relationship, let's say a guy who's watching a content is obese, and he comes across the content that a fit guy who's sharing with him how to become fit, how to have 6 packs in the next 12 months or into 2 years. He's going to watch that video. Imagine a person is going through breakups and a relationship guy pops up on his feed. He's going to watch that video. And most of this problem is solved by algorithm already, right? The algorithm positions your content in a way where people are desperate to look up to these three factors, right? And there's frustration, confusion, and emotion. If you have content that has these three components, frustration, confusion, and emotion, you will go viral. There's not a chance. I've been in the space, I've been implementing the exact same formula for my clients, scripting their entire thing based on these formulas, right? Let's go on to another one. And this thing will not work unless you master these things. You need to have these things in place. So if you're if you're running a content agency, or if you have a media team, make sure they watch this video and make sure they implement this formula right here, because without this, nothing is possible, right? Let's go on to the second formula, the attention mining framework, right? What does it mean? You just go out there and you mine, just like you mine for gold. You go out there and you mine for people who are having emotional problems, right? You go to like websites like Canva. Sorry, you can go to like Quora. You can go to Reddit, YouTube comments, right? Every single person has a problem. Even the richest people on earth, like Jeff Bezos, have problems in their life, right? And if you create content around people's problem, around people's need, you will blow up your content, right? So why do you go to these websites, Quora, Reddit, YouTube comments? Because these even X, by the way, and Discord, because these are people where people communicate. There's a community around it. People communicate with each other, their problems, their feelings, their emotions, right? And once they did, you can scour these websites and get the most effective video ideas that, fits your niche, right? So if you're a fitness coach or whatever, you can go to Quora and type, some of the, for example, how to lose weight. You're going to see a bunch of people commenting and having discussions, and eventually you're going to reach a stage where you're going to find a problem that a lot of people face, and then you can create content around that topic. Spot pattern of frustration, pain, and confusion. Same thing which I mentioned right now. Let's go to the next one, contrarian gap method, right? Once you find out the viral topic ideas, once you figure out every single thing about your niche, people that are searching and talking about it, you go and watch the top trending videos in your niche, right? This could be basically, you go to YouTube, you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok. You can literally go anywhere and find the top 10 trending ideas in your niche, right? What important angle is missing that people need to hear, right? You go, if you spend a couple of hours here in this forum, you can figure it out every single thing, like what are the missing angle people are missing, what are the trending topic people are looking for, right? The format transfer method, right? Identify viral trends, by formatting the habits or mistakes, right? I don't know if you guys know the daily routine videos, right? These things used to pop up back in the days, right? Like when Ashley, what's that guy's name? Ashton Hall, whatever the guy is, making viral, morning routine videos, right? People copied that, and most of them blew up, right? So you need to identify viral trends that's similar in your niche, right? Let me explain, right? So if you're a fitness coach watching this, if you are an entrepreneur, you're watching this, and there's somebody in your niche who's creating a viral, pattern, because every single thing you post matters. The pattern, the captions, the background, every single thing influences your content, right? It's just not just random stuff. Every single thing matters. Everything is a factor, right? So for example, people making habits videos, mistakes videos, right? Whatever, like say for example, 2 habits to avoid in order to lose weight, or whatever thing is you can take from that. And the reason you're watching this video so far, you are 8 minutes into it. This shows exactly why the system works. I just implemented it in this video, and you guys are still watching this video. It's 8 minutes and you're still watching. The reason you're watching my content still now, it's been 9 minutes, is because I implemented the same exact thing. I hooked you with emotion, frustration, and confusion. The reason you're watching this content is because these 3 components worked on you. The reason you clicked on this video is because you're frustrated. You're frustrated of sticking to that 200 views, 1,000 views, and that's the reason you click on this video. It does work. It just did work right now. I just showed you right now. You're confused. You're emotional, right? You're confused. Nobody's helping you out, and that's why you're watching this video so far. So it does work, right? Identify psychological triggers. What people are debating about in the forums when you go to these, websites, or YouTube comments, or X, whatever. Especially X, there are a lot of people comment about so many things, right? On Twitter. What are they worried about? Create content about that, right? Uncover the unique angle. What point is being ignored? One of the most crucial thing. What are the things people aren't talking about? If you're a fitness coach, or if you're a doctor or whatever, and you go to these websites and you see, oh wait, this is something people are not talking about. Let me create content around that, right? So you can always take some ideas from it. What's the hidden truth behind it? What's the opposite view? This is where Andrew Tate blew up. He always had the opposite view in every topic, right? Whether it's feminism, whether it's money, he already had this opposite view, which made people to watch his content every single time, right? Going to format transfer method. As we mentioned before, finding viral habits, formats. Sorry, my throat is getting hurt now. Anyways, fitness. 3 mistakes to avoid in order to get lean. 3 mistakes to avoid in order to get fat or whatever. I'm not a fitness guy. Finance habits, investing habits. What are the 3 things you need to make sure in order to get rich, right? Those are the things also popping up these days. Productivity hack. Avoid these 2 habits in order to if you want to avoid staying broke, right? Good hook right there. So, emotional triggers, right? So those content that you post always must have these emotion triggers: fear, anger, surprise, or hope. They're hoping to give them a solution. Just now you're watching this content, you're hoping that I'm going to give you a solution to your problem. That's the reason you're still 11 minutes in, once watching my content, consuming my content, because you're hoping that I will give you the thing that you want. You're feared, you're angry by your current situation. You're also surprised, but you have hope, right? And that's what I'm fulfilling right here. I'm fulfilling your angriness. I'm giving you a surprise by revealing the entire thing right here that generated me millions of views for my clients. And I'm giving you hope through my content. These are emotional triggers that you can eventually use in the content in order to get you the results you want. Now you might ask me, Mo, how does this work? Like, does it really work? I just implemented in this video, and you're still watching this content, as I mentioned before. I just implemented this whole thing, especially this formula right here, that made you keep watching my content so far, right? And by the way, if you need more help, you can always DM me on my Instagram, and we'll probably guide you if you're qualified to work with us. But anyways, testing new viral ideas every single time, right? You need to make sure you have a tracking sheet like this. Right, every single that we post, right, the platform we post, the video title, content angle, emotional triggers, hook type, views in the last 24 hours, 7 days views, likes, comments, shares, watch time, CTR, leads generated, sales, revenue, viral score, right? You need to track every single thing that's happening in your content ecosystem, because if you don't track anything, guess what? You're not going to see any results, right? Testing new viral ideas. Make sure you have a tracking sheet. By the way, if you need this tracking sheet, DM me on Instagram. Tracking sheet, I'll send it over to you, right? Okay, so track watch time, shares, which I just mentioned. You need to track this. All things is all important. If you need this sheet, you can always DM me. I'll just send it to you for free. Optimize and scale. Focus on engineered virality, not just getting lucky. A lot of people have this mistake. They always think that creating content is all about luck. Trust me, dude. I've been in this space for more than you have ever been, right? And I know people who get lucky and people who don't. People who get lucky, they get 1 million views first time and their view drops, right? But who masters the engineers the content, they consistently hit. That's the reason I hit 500k views. I generated millions of views for my clients. Why is that? Is this luck? It's not luck, bro. Let me show you. It's not luck, right? This thing is this luck. Hitting consistently 378k views, 500k views, 760k views, right? 2.8 million views, 23k views. 30. Is this luck? I don't think so. It's luck. Look at this. Almost 500,000 views right here, consistently. Right? It's not luck. It's engineering the right amount of content that works. You have to be at the right time, at the right place, at the right moment in order for your content to work. If you don't have these things in place, you're missing out very in big time, right? I hope this video found helpful for you guys. I know I was pretty quick because I got a meeting in about like 25 minutes. So yeah, I hope you have an idea on how to go viral, how to create viral content, how to make sure that everything that you post matters. Every single thing you put out there must be tracked. What platform you use, video title, emotional triggers, hook type, every single thing matters, right? So yeah, if you find it helpful, if you want us to help you out exactly step by step, we have generated so many 105 million views and tracking for our clients that converted in them getting businesses. For example, in the brick and mortar business, fencing companies, all those of things. We work with everybody, right? So yeah, if you are a business person watching this, just hit us on Instagram and we'll work with you. All right. I hope this video found you helpful, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.